off topic. If we fired Jed and Paraag, what are some qualities, attributes you expect of a new president and or VP? Any candidates? Ooh, I haven't started. I like it, Isaac. I haven't started investigating yet. But if Rob and I were starting the investigation, I would look at guys from good organizations.
Yes.
Let's interview someone from the Saints, someone from the Chiefs, someone from Tampa, someone from New England. I mean, just like how in the 90s teams would be trying to hire people from the 49ers.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
And look at the track record of success in doing that. Look at the tree that descended from those 49ers roots or grew from those 49ers roots. It is a big tree, right? There's a reason people pursue those successful organizations, because typically those involved, even if it wasn't directly your decision-making that led to the success, you were a part of it. You understood the process, and you can teach everyone in the organization you come on board with the successful way to go about it.
Let's compare it to the San Francisco Giants, okay? They wanted to make a huge shift. They had Sabian there for, 20 years? More, 20 years. And they decided it was time to go in a new direction. So they hired the number 2 guy from the freaking Dodgers. How hard is it? The Dodgers are really good. They win 100-something games every year. Let's hire Farhan Zaidi. He's the number 2 guy there. I mean, how hard is it? And look at the Giants now. I'm sorry. You pick an organization you admire, some guy who's been there for a while and has some cachet, hire that guy. It's not freaking hard.
Yeah.
If you're committed to winning, it's that easy. Sorry. Giants figured it out.
I wish that Isaac was right here, that we could, in fact, move on from Jed. That would be pretty fantastic if we could.
Justin says he loses this week. The fans will be banging on the gates. That being said, what are 3 keys to beating the Colts? Also, who is the player that needs to step up most for that win to happen? What do you think?
I mean, I'll go with the first key to the game is absolutely keying in on Jonathan Taylor. I think that if the 49ers can contain the run, I'm not confident that Carson Wentz alone. I know that he's progressed from what we saw at the beginning of the year as he was recovering from the injury, but even with what I saw against the Texans last week, I'm not convinced that Carson Wentz can single-handedly beat the 49ers. So to me, the biggest key to the game is shutting down Jonathan Taylor.
I agree. And the thing is, I think they're going to. So that's a good thing. The other key is use your running backs like they didn't do against the Cardinals. I mean, I don't understand what Kyle Shanahan's doing. And they asked Kyle Juszczyk what's up with the run game. And he's like, well, we got rookies in the backfield. Like they don't trust the rookies. And that's why. Well, if that's the issue, you're going to keep losing because this team is not built to drop back and pass a million times. It's supposed to be a team that runs 55, 60% of the time. And you don't trust 2 running backs because they're rookies, even though both of them are statistically doing well. Well, that's on you, man. So use your running backs. How about that?
Yeah, and the offense loses so much if you don't trust a speedy back within this system. If you don't have someone who can get that edge, forget about it, right? The playbook gets reduced significantly. So if you're not going to lean heavily on Elijah Mitchell this week and balance it out with some Trey Sermon and trust those rookies, it's going to be a tough day.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got to do? Geez, I don't think the defense needs that much instruction here. I think the defense.
No, they'll get after the quarterback. They'll punish Wentz, and that's critical. You got a guy who's continually beat up.
Okay.
You
got one more. I got one more.
Body blows.
Well, for Jimmy in the passing game, get him in the shotgun, get him away from Buckner, get the ball out of his hands quick.
Ooh, yes, that could be an ugly matchup. Yeah. Buckner
get the ball to the perimeter too. If you try to do the play action throws over the middle, first of all, Buckner will blow that up, and then if he doesn't, then Darius Leonard will pick it off.
Yeah,
dude, I mean, Jimmy, when he gets picked, it's often by a linebacker. Darius Leonard has 9 picks in his career. He's been playing as long as Fred Warner, who's a great player, has 3 picks in his career. Darius Leonard is really good. We just don't talk about him that much because he plays in Indy.
If the over/under on Leonard is 0.5 picks for the day, you taking the over or the under? Does he pick Jimmy?
He shouldn't if Kyle Shanahan calls a smart game with a lot of quick throws to the perimeter.
The game plan should go around it.
Yeah, don't give him the opportunity. He shouldn't.
You know it's a weakness, right?
No reason to. Your defense is going to give up like 14 points. Why are you doing it? Be very cautious on offense. Who is the player that needs to step up most for this win to happen?
I mean, you need production on the offense. So to me, it's the obvious one. It's Brandon Ayuk that At some point this season, he has to answer that bell. And with George Kittle out again this week, you need to have a second receiving threat. And as much as I want that to be Ross Dwelley,
Dwelley, Dwelley, can you please give this dude a chance? Look. I know that they're having issues with Ayuk. That's cool. If you want to give other people a chance, it's not Sanu and Benjamin. It's Jennings and Dwelley. Jennings and Dwelley. Give them a freaking chance. They're young. They've had success. Let them try. Let them do something. I'm just saying. I understand not force feeding Ayuk if he can't get open or he doesn't know what. Fine. Sure. But not Sanu and Benjamin.
No.
Matumbo. Finger wag. Good question, Justin.
Invest in those players that are likely to continue to develop through this season, because it's looking like, if anything, we're going to be struggling to get that last wild card spot this year. So we need to have a team that is better at the end of the season than it is right now. And the way in which to do that is to invest in those young, talented players that are struggling at the moment so that they can grow.
Ross Dwelley's best football is ahead of him.
Yeah.
As opposed to number 85, who is still hurt. The loss of Kittle, people don't talk about it, but it's killing this team. This team, they pay him like he's a wide receiver. They pay him to freaking dominate and be like Travis Kelce and have 100 yards a game. And he just hasn't been able to do that in 2 years. Anyway, I don't know how we're going to talk about that later.
I remain optimistic, Grant, because I just want to, even if he just misses those 3 games, that's about the average. If he can stay healthy the rest of the season, I think the criticism's unfair.
They need him to do that.
Yeah.
George, bounce back hard. They need you.